Alright, today I'm going to make a welding cart for that welder. Start of it, I went to the metal store and bought some scrap 1-inch angle iron. It was like 55 cents a pound. So for 20 bucks, I got pretty much all the materials I think I need. Probably cost me really less than that. And everything's been prepped, 45-degree angles, and I'm going to start putting it together. Okay, so when you cut 45-degree angles with like one of those metal chop saws, which is what I have, you're going to have gaps. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect 45s. So, I've cleaned them all up, prepped them ready for welding, but what I've done here is I've used this angle ruler to give me a true 90-degree turn. So you can see a gap, but I'm just going to fill that in. And I already built another corner there, and my parents used to be picture framers, so this is how they would put together a picture frame. You do one corner in one set and another set, and then you put them all together, and then that way you're going to get the truest 90-degree angles you can. Okay, so that went pretty good. You can see there's a huge gap over here, which I should be able to fill in. But more importantly, when you go around with the angle ruler, is that what it's called? Angle ruler? That's what we're calling it today. L ruler. As you can see, it's pretty dead on. I could have done this one a little bit better. I got a little gap back here, but it's pretty good all the way around. Lines up nicely, really no gaps. So that's my tip. Okay, so got a flap wheel on all the corners, and as you can see, they cleaned up pretty nicely. Now, the other side, well, maybe not so nice. But I'm gonna put some sheet metal over it. I'm gonna try to, I don't really know how I'm gonna grind the inside of that corner, to be quite honest. And maybe I shouldn't have even welded it that way. Maybe you guys can let me know if that was a mistake, and if you're doing stuff like this, you just weld the backside. I don't really know. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so it's gonna be a little hard to explain, but basically the base is both wider and longer than the top. So that means that it cones up to the second shelf, which is this. It's just laying down right now. But these are going to be the supports to come up and hold it on the base, and then the base will have casters on it, top and bottom. So the issue is that how do I properly angle the supports, which are these guys, to hold this, so that it doesn't look wrong. Anyway, so what I did was I just clamped to this table, and I measured here. It's 4 3/4, and it's 4 3/4 on that side, so it's centered in the table. And then I've got my top plate here, and I just put it down, put it in between the supports, and I measured, and it's 6 and 3. It's not focusing well, but it's 6 and like 3/16, and on this side it's basically the same. If I can get that, yeah, basically the same. So that being said, I'll put a couple of tacks here. I'm going to make sure this is perpendicular, and at least we'll get that tacked and set, and then hopefully I'll do it to the next support that'll come out here. Okay, so here's a little update. It's all put together, and God, I hope it's right. Anyway, it sits level. It's angled in. As you can see, the top is, well, not from this angle. The top is smaller than the bottom in both length and in width. Kind of angles in there. And I think I'm going to start putting the casters on. The sheets that lay in there, that are the supports, are 16 1/8 inch? Yeah, 1/8 inch. And I just cut them out of here with the little grinder guy over there, with a cutting wheel, of course. And just kind of gave them a satin black. I made the mistake of not accounting for the thickness of the angle iron, both here and here. So when the bottle sat in it, it didn't sit right. So I had to notch this out in the back so that the bottle shape, which you'll see here in the next clip, can sit in there. All right, so here's the little setup. Again, I'm going to add some kind of handle that comes up so I can pull this thing around. As you can see, the bottle is tucked in pretty neatly, and there's that little notch I had to cut out for the bottom of the bottle. And I'll probably add some kind of strap across the back